Welcome to the Zen Crypto Show, where we explain cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology in simple terms so you can feel comfortable interacting with and investing in crypto. I'm your host, Sebastien Couture. Crypto is exciting, but it also has lots of traps and scams that newcomers and even advanced users sometimes fall into. In this episode, we'll talk about the most common and easy to fall for scams in crypto. And I want you to walk away from this episode with a better understanding of the risks and what you can do to mitigate those risks as much as possible. A lot of the scams we'll talk about today have existed since before crypto was around. But there's an important difference. In crypto, there's no undo button or no customer service to call. And since crypto is global and anonymous, it's easier for scammers to get away with the money they've stolen from victims. When it comes to avoiding crypto scams, knowledge is your best defense. So let's get started. There's lots of dishonest people promising incredible investment opportunities and even giving away free crypto. And one of the most common scams you'll see goes like this. Send me 1 ETH and I promise to send you back 10 times the amount. You might also encounter incredible investment opportunities offering guaranteed returns, or new cryptocurrencies which are guaranteed to skyrocket in price. And some of these offerings will even pose as professional portfolio management companies. But there's a good chance that these are either fake or Ponzi schemes. You'll encounter scams like these mostly on social media, in dating apps, messaging apps, or even in your email. And scammers have all kinds of tricks to get their scams seen by lots of people. One common tactic is commenting on social media posts by reputable crypto companies and influencers. And they do this because they know that by replying in the comments of big accounts, some people will see the scam and fall for it. And when you see posts like these, it's not uncommon to see replies from other accounts saying they've made lots of money or received free crypto, but these are just fake accounts and they're part of the ploy to fool unsuspecting people. Sometimes scammers will even pose as celebrities and influencers with fake accounts. And it even happens that real celebrities promote crypto scams. And sometimes they also get tricked and they might even get paid to promote a crypto project that they don't know is a scam. So just ignore and block anyone approaching you on social media or dating apps offering free crypto giveaways or investment opportunities that sound too good to be true. Other scammers will try to steal your money by creating apps that trick people into thinking they're professional crypto companies. But these apps are fake and they're designed specifically to steal your crypto assets. They might have a professional sounding name, a nice logo, and a slick design, but it's all fake. Sometimes they try to confuse people by posing as well-known crypto companies, and some of these apps even use clever techniques to make their way to the top of Apple and Google's App Store rankings. So you got to be careful out there. Once they've gained a victim's trust into thinking they're legit, there are several ways that they scam people. The first is by making it look like you're using your credit card to buy crypto, when in fact the money just goes straight into their pocket. The second is a bit more elaborate. And what they do is they give you fake addresses, which you think are generated from your private key, but in fact belong to the scammer. So if you give this address to someone so they can send you money, the money just goes straight into the scammer's pocket. And another method is to trick victims into entering their seed phrase to recover their wallet. When the fake app has your private key, it's game over. They move your crypto to another account and it's lost forever. Some wallets like ZenGo don't have a private key to share, so this will protect you from this type of scam. To avoid fake apps, make sure you're always downloading an app from a trusted source and from the original company website, versus just searching for it in the App Store. And make sure the app developer is a legit company. Sextortion emails are pretty common and they're meant to trick you into fear. Most of the times, these will end up in your spam, but once in a while, one of them will get through and you'll receive a long email from an unknown person claiming that they're a hacker and they've accessed your webcam to film you doing something you wouldn't want other people to see. I think you know what I'm talking about. They'll threaten to send this video to all your contacts unless you pay a Bitcoin ransom. They might also scare you by showing you one of your passwords. And the way they do this is by extracting your email and password from databases of hacked websites. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible for someone to get access to your webcam, but it's pretty unlikely. And there's a high chance that this scammer has sent this email to hundreds of thousands of people. And if just a few of those people fall for it, well, they'll make a decent amount of money. The best thing you can do with these emails is just delete them. If you're worried about your personal privacy, consider using a webcam cover. Make sure your webcam permission settings don't allow your browser to access your webcam. And also make sure your computer and multiple devices are free of viruses and always perform the latest software updates. Also, consider using a password manager and a different password for all of your accounts. And you can use the password manager to keep them safe. And always enable two-factor authentication whenever it's possible to do so. And the best place to start is your email, your social media accounts, and any accounts which relate to crypto. Phishing has existed for decades, and it's where scammers impersonate a person or company to steal data from their victims. Phishing scammers have several methods to trick their victims, which may involve email, phone calls, fake websites, or messaging apps like WhatsApp or Telegram. Every phishing scam is different, but a lot of the times the bait will be an email, a phone call, or a message telling you there's something wrong with your crypto wallet or exchange account. They'll say that you need to update your password, that your account's been hacked, or that you need to provide some personal information urgently, and you'll probably need to click on a link or button which takes you to a fake website. When you enter your username and password into these fake websites, the scammers steal them and they use them to log into your real account where they're free to steal your crypto. Some phishing scams will even ask you to share your private key and seed phrase. But you already know, because we talked about this, that you should never share that with anyone. Even when you're speaking to a customer service agent of a legitimate company, never ever share your private key or seed phrase. The best protection against phishing scams is knowledge and prudence. You need to know that companies are never going to ask you for your password in an email. And always check the URL of the websites you're visiting, since scammers will use URLs which look very similar to those of real companies, like, for example, spelling ZenGo with 2 N's. If you have any doubts about a message, just ignore it and contact the business via their official channels, or if it's a person, contact them directly. And finally, the granddaddy of all scams, pyramid schemes. We all know how these work. Some con artists will come up with a new way to achieve financial freedom and personal happiness, and they'll recruit lots of people to work for them, who themselves recruit other people, and so on. New recruits always have to pay a membership, or they have to buy packages, which can reach the thousands of dollars. In this scam, the members are promised commissions on their sales every time they recruit someone. And these commissions trickle up the pyramid, and they make the top-level goons rich in the process, and they leave the low-level victims out of their hard-earned money. But when people realize that they're being duped, and they lose faith that they'll ever make any money, everything collapses. There's been a few famous crypto pyramid schemes, and the biggest is called OneCoin. And it attracted tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. And they were sold different packages which corresponded to varying amounts of a totally fake cryptocurrency. And this scam stole billions of dollars from their victims. And some of the leaders were arrested, and some of them are still wanted by the FBI and other authorities. So here are a couple of red flags that will help you spot a Ponzi or a pyramid scheme. Claims of guaranteed returns and promises of financial freedom and the potential to make thousands of dollars per month with no work. Sleazy-looking founders with slick haircuts, flashy suits, sipping cocktails at the beach and driving expensive cars. And big flashy seminars with thousands of attendees praising the leaders in something that feels a bit cultish. So these are just some of the most basic crypto scams. And in future episodes, we'll cover more elaborate schemes and ways that you can improve your personal security. For now, though, I want to leave you with 10 best practices which will help improve your safety on your crypto journey. 1. Never trust anyone on social media, messaging apps, or dating apps suggesting you should invest money in a project. Ever. This has become one of the most common ways people lose money in crypto. 2. When downloading crypto apps, always check the source. Check the links you click and the reputation of the company. Remember, Google's your friend. If you're unsure about a company or app, do some research about its reputation before using it. 3. Never send funds to anyone you don't completely trust, and always verbally verify addresses before sending a transaction, because transactions in crypto are irreversible. 4. Immediately block anyone asking you to share your login, password, private key, or seed phrase. A customer service agent of a reputable company will never ask you for this information. 5. Delete emails asking you to share your password or private keys. Always check URLs so that you're certain you're accessing a company's real website and not a fake one. And it's a good idea to bookmark websites that you visit frequently. 6. Be extra careful when engaging with or investing in projects with little to no reputation. Always do your research about a project and their team before making any decisions which involve money. 7. Use a different password for all your accounts, and you can use a password manager to keep them safe. Examples of reputable password managers are 1Password, LastPass, Dashlane, or if you're using Apple devices, you can use their built-in keychain. 8. Enable two-factor authentication whenever it's possible, especially for your email, social media accounts, and crypto-related accounts. And don't use SMS-based two-factor authentication because it's not the safest option. Whenever possible, you should use one-time password-based 2FA with apps like Google Authenticator or Authy. 9. Keep your system permissions in check on your mobile device and computer. Go into the settings and remove any unnecessary permissions like access to your webcam or access to your microphone. And always make sure your system is up to date and free of malware and viruses. And finally, take your time and don't operate under stress. Most bad decisions and irreparable mistakes are made when people are in a hurry. So stop, think, and focus before making any transaction. I know this sounds like a lot, and it may make you more fearful about getting into crypto. But the knowledge you've gained here will help protect you. If you remain cautious, make decisions based on sound judgment rather than emotion, and stay zen, you're already doing the biggest part in protecting yourself online and on your crypto journey. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Zen Crypto Show, which is produced by ZenGo, where you can buy, sell, trade, and earn cryptocurrencies with mind-bending simplicity and safety. If you enjoyed this episode, head over to Apple Podcasts and let us know what you learned by leaving a review. And if you'd like to suggest a topic for future episodes, email podcast@zengo.com. Until next time, stay Zen.